Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club.
I'm back on my browser. I'm now hitting record on my audio. And are you recording audio?
Yeah.
Dickhead.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Quarantine Podcast, also known as Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. This is a first for us. We're doing it remotely from our houses. I think this is probably just how we're going to do it from going on forward now. Anyway, but yeah, I'm Ollie. Yeah, and this is Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. So how you doing, Tom?
I'm good. Locked down, you know. Watching movies. This is like the most chilled out apocalypse ever. I'm getting to do it in my pants and eat food. It's great. Not leave the house.
Are you doing
pretty much like a normal week?
Are you doing your hour-long jog or run or?
No. I'll say no to that. How about yourself? Have you got any exercise in?
Yeah, me and Caroline go for a run every morning. I mean, we've only done it for the last 2 mornings. We'll see how long we keep that up for. But yeah, we run around the field round by our house, just doing laps. I mean, we're quite lucky because we've got little Max, the dog, and like we can go and take him. So that's our sort of respite. So when he's really used to us being at home now. So when everything goes back to normal, I think he'll be rather annoyed. I think. But what was I going to say? Yeah, it's mental. Yeah, it's a crazy situation. But like for me, it hasn't changed that much because I had my operation about 6 weeks ago, so I haven't really left the house at all. I was going to say you've been in training. So yeah, I've been in quarantine boot camp for the past 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually seeing the outside world properly. I mean, the only thing I've done is I went to a Nando's. That's it. A Nando's? Nando's and hospital. Those are the only places I've been. I mean, for me personally, I've never been a big Nando's fan. Really? I don't mind a Nando's. A cheeky Nando's, as the kids call them. Cheeky Nando's. That's what. Yeah, have you not heard them? That's what. Going out for a cheeky Nando's. Nice cheeky Nando's. Yeah. So. Go on, you've written out an itinerary here, haven't you? Well, it's not really much. It's that with like some shitty drawings on them. What were the two at the top then? Oh, they're just bad sketches. I'm not showing them because people, will think really bad of them. So yeah, it says intro. We've done that. Tick. Okay. Chit chat. We've done a little bit of that. Yeah. We could do more. Chit chat. Should we do some more? Yeah. Now it's going to be forced chit chat now. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's crazy because like we haven't been able to do anything. I mean, I'm pretty housebound, is it? Like I'm a fan of staying in as it is anyway. So yeah, I don't know why that is. I was never an outdoor kid. I was an indoor kid. So I mean, I think the pressures are as I'm like you're married, I'm married. It's just finding that space for both of you, like because obviously people go to work, like you're not always together 24 hours a day. So I don't know how you're finding it, but me and Nat are coming up with routines and plans of how we deal with our time. Well, we're lucky because obviously we live so close to my parents that I can still go to visit my parents because we live on the same same lot because my parents built buildings at the back of the house and I rent one of them. So my office is my old bedroom, my childhood bedroom, which I'm in now, which is more of a toy room than it is an office. I was going to say you've done well with it, man. It's all tidied there. Or is it just that corner that's tidy? No, yeah, it's just this corner that's tidy. And if I spin it round, I can show you junk. Hang on. Can you see junk? Nice. So, yeah, and then Caroline's, thankfully, she's working from home now. Oh, brilliant. But she's on doing a lot of calls and because she's kind of still managing, but remotely from home. So she's always on the phone talking to her staff and stuff like that because they're all being deployed to Waitrose because she works for John Lewis. Other supermarkets are available. Yeah. So like all her staff are going to Waitrose and so she's managing them from here. And then because my office is in the house, my parents' house, I've got my respite in here. Caroline's working in there and then at about 6 o'clock in the evening we just chill out together.
Yeah.
So I'll segue into what we've been watching during our respite.
So have you had like solo watching, or is it joint watching we're doing?
What do you mean with Caroline?
So is it everything you've watched over the last, say, I don't know, week with Caroline?
No, because I've got a TV in my office. I watch films in here as well. So
sweet.
But I was going to segue into what we've been watching together on our evenings. But the Tiger King.
Yeah, you sent that to me.
I think it's fucking nuts, man. That guy, Joe Exotic, is a...
Joe Exotic, also known as Joe Dirt.
He is Joe Dirt, man. I think on one of the episodes when they're scrolling through like Facebook posts about him, it even shows, like, it says the real life Joe Dirt. You can see it on the screen. It's
amazing. Like, because you were saying to me he's been in a Louis Theroux documentary before.
That's where I first saw him, with other people who've got big cats. And I mean, he comes across as a bit off center in that, but like...
Off center is in batshit crazy.
Yeah, just crackers. And like, you know, but in that, he's always wearing like a safari shirt and stuff like that. So you think, okay, he's kind of dressing the part of the guy who owns a safari park kind of place. But in this documentary, he's wearing the most flamboyant shirts with his flipping gun on his side and his leg brace or whatever he's got, and his spurs and his...
I mean, you know, the safari park we've got, is it Dudley Safari Park? No, that's the zoo.
The West Midlands Safari, yeah.
Yeah, West Midlands Safari Park. Imagine if you had like a Midlands or Birmingham version of him who ran that park.
Isn't there like a zoo near you, or like in Edgbaston?
Oh, there's a nature centre.
Yeah, they've got some exotic animals in there, haven't they? But
some otters, and there is a sloth. And me and Nat saw it, and she nearly cried because he's majestic. He was amazing.
Majestic sloth.
Yeah, majestic sloth.
But they're all weird, man. You got the guy with the long hair and like the soul patch who looks like
who's the sex dungeon.
Yeah, he's got like a cult, and he makes them have like breast implants, and he's got like 9 wives or something. He changes their name.
But I was reading the thing actually where he was trying to say, no, that's not the case. I've only got the one wife. What is actually the case? Did you see any footage of his son?
Yeah, I saw his son. Yeah.
Apparently his son's just cleaning up.
Really?
Yeah.
All those women.
And that's what his dad's saying. He's like, it's not me, it's my son. Like he's passed these super tiger genes down to him. But do you reckon that like there's some real kinky shit going on there, man? Dude, I just feel sorry for those tigers.
He's got 2 husbands, or had 2 husbands. I mean,
3?
Well, I mean, at one time, who has 2? Like, gay marriage, whatever, it's cool, man. But like,
not straight gay marriage.
Well, isn't it against the law to be married to more than one person? I don't know.
It's against the law to do shitloads of meth.
True. Yeah, I mean, like throughout it, I was thinking, because we haven't like, I don't know if we've said this.
It, haven't you?
No, I've still got 1 episode left. So but you know, throughout it, the one husband isn't even featured, and I was thinking, there's something up here. Something happens to him, or has happened, or there's some reason why he's not on screen, like being interviewed.
He's going to die or something, isn't he?
I mean, but the way he dies, fucking hell.
That was another thing I was reading about. So they think it was more of a death by misadventure, because, you know, he kept saying, this is I don't know what type of gun, but if it hasn't got a clip in...
Oh, because he said he had blank bullets. Yeah,
so part of the thing was that it was just him, like, high as a kite, prattling around, and he just went bang. And you can sort of see that from that guy's face.
So yeah, he had rat-infested like trailers, and then all the meat deliveries. But like the thing that, like, it's hilarious watching him because he's just nuts. But it's also really sad. Like there's one bit where you see all the tigers and they're getting ready to be fed, and it's just a swarm of orange, and it's mad. Like I've never seen that many tigers, and in such a small space, just going completely nuts. It's like it's just bizarre and upsetting.
I mean, the woman, like the one he was having that feud with, like up until a point, like she's batshit. She was doing my head in. She's one of those, like, I don't know, if you met at a nightclub and went home to that woman's house and you looked around and saw, you know, like in that film, oh God, and he goes back and she's got like unicorns everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What film's that?
I can't think now.
But that's the sort of woman she
Yeah.
is. And she's terrifying to me. But
To be fair, a girl would think that if they walk in here and they saw I'm a Ninja Turtles, they'll be like...
To be fair, they'd fucking walk straight out. They're like, I'm surprised.
I like... Caroline got gradually built...
Yeah,
used
Nat
it
didn't know. She always thought I was, I don't know.
But to be fair, at the point when I got with Caroline, I didn't know I was I didn't realise my love for Ninja Turtles and that would creep up again. But like, bam!
I sort of knew I'd turn into my dad, and like,
collector.
I look around my dad's house and I'm like, okay, you've got a Joe 90 figure, and like he's just a hoarder anyway. But I've got a lot better recently. Like I've got one room I'm allowed my shit in. This one is completely clear, and I've just got a computer in. But I have got boxes full of shit.
So going back to the Tiger King though, do you think he was set up that he actually didn't give a $3,000, because we haven't seen the last episode, did he give a $3,000 deposit to that one guy to go and kill the woman, or?
Well, I'm in the mindset of it's probably better that he's not on the street, even if it isn't the case. Do you know what I mean? That he has given money to kill that woman, because he's blowing shit up. He should not have a gun, and he's high as a kite on fucking meth. To be fair, it looked really fun.
Those bullets, man, they just fucking explode.
Well, when he goes to the shop and he goes...
every day he's buying ammo.
Every day he's like, I want this ammunition. And he goes, do you want any explosives with that? I was just like, you are fucking joking. You all deserve to, shoot each other. But there we go. I'm finding it really entertaining.
The sanest one out of all of them is, I think, the drug dealer guy, the ex-drug dealer one. Yeah, the one, I think, the Mexican guy.
The Mexican guy, the one who's meant to be Scarface.
Yeah. Whose wife, her monkey, has got more items of clothing than I have.
Than a child. Did you see? It's like you love them like your children. She went, more than. And she fucking meant it as well. Imagine being that 5-year-old kid growing up to like 18, watching that and then just going berserk.
I still, my favourite quote so far though is his one husband who's got like the teeth that are like that.
The meth teeth.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know why meth makes teeth go like that. But anyway.
I don't know, maybe they go fast. Is that what it is? They're trying to escape.
And he's just like, I just like pink camouflage. Like, what?
Oh, I thought you meant it was when it was Joe Dirt, or what's his name?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, when he was going to the other one. Oh, did you hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it was Joe Exotic. When you were talking about that, I thought you were talking about Joe Exotic when he was going to the guy, yeah, you can have this bow and arrow and this camouflage and you can shoot her as she goes for a ride.
But that's it though, isn't it? And then it just cuts to him and goes, I like pink camouflage.
Oh, is that what it is?
So,
okay, yeah, you're right.
But yeah.
Did you see what he's got tattooed above his cock?
Does it say Joe's something or other?
Joe's property. Joe Exotic's property, like, or something like that.
Like, you know me, I don't do drugs or anything, but like, how fucked up do you have to be that you're a straight guy, but you will marry a gay guy just to get meth?
I'll repeat the question back to you, but I'll change it a little bit.
Okay, go on then.
How good does meth have to be for you to fuck that dude?
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the bit where he's getting ready for a date and he's like going, oh, I almost caught my Prince Albert there. And then it pans over and he's like, I sometimes put those on the end of it because they don't do like rings big enough and they're fucking massive padlocks. And you're thinking,
what was it? There was one bit and it was just held up and it was a card and it was think about 3 rings. And I just thought to myself, they're all going to be sore tonight. you can cut that bit out. Sorry. But yeah, that is some prime time, brilliant television.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that. And then we'll talk about it again when it's...
We'll do a wrap of... Yeah, as soon as I'm going to watch that one tonight. I'm going to recommend you something. And I don't know if I've recommended it you next... this. So, should we go on to a next one?
Yeah, you go for it, man. What else you been watching?
So I have been watching Succession.
Succession, what's that on then?
So it's a HBO drama.
Yeah.
It's about basically a media mogul and his family. So we're talking like, oh God, I'm trying to remember his name. The real bastard over here. Murdoch.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about like
The Australian guy.
Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah. Isn't he Australian?
No, he's British.
I thought he was Australian.
No, let's Google that.
Let's fact checking time.
Let's have a little look. Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, the guy who owns The Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Australian.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that fucking, you can cut that bit out.
You can cut it out.
But anyway, he's like a Rupert Murdoch, and it's about his family who are all trying to be the next successor to the empire of his company. But in short, it's just about the 1% shit people. And it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, so it's a comedy show then, is it? Or
like it's a serious show, but like the way they talk to each other and the shit that goes on. Like I'll give you an example. The one husband of his daughter uses a guy at his office as a human stool. And what else has happened in it? Like, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm just going to say watch it, and once you've watched it, we'll discuss it because you'll love it. Like the writing in it's amazing.
Okay,
it's
brilliant.
also got Macaulay Culkin's younger brother in it.
Kieran
McCulkin.
Yeah,
That's
Kieran Culkin.
Mouthful.
Did you call him Kieran McCulkin?
Kieran McCulkin. What Macaulay?
Macaulay Culkin. He said his surname's Culkin.
McCulkin. Kieran. Is it Culkin?
Yeah, so it's Macaulay Culkin. So it's Kieran Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Oh, no. See, I still can't, like, fucking... Yeah, even though we're, I don't know, 50 miles away, I'm still doing the brain
50
farts.
miles away? We're not that far. We're like 9
We are.
miles.
It feels
9,
like it, Ollie, in my heart.
To be fair, I could drive round to yours in about 10 minutes at this time, but I might get arrested.
Yeah,
or at least given a
£30
fine. So, I was trying to think what else I've been watching. I watched a David Lynch film called Wild at Heart.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. I haven't watched it in years.
It's like all Lynch films, it's just a little off-centre.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. It was good, but I don't know if he just throws shit in for it just
to be weird.
Just to be weird for the sake of it.
Have you watched the one with the monkey on Netflix yet?
Oh, the little short film? No, not yet.
Watch that and you'll just go, he's done that to be fucking weird.
Well, which Boys in the Hood? I've never seen that, so I watched that the other day.
I love that film. It's really cheesy now, but like,
yeah, it comes across as quite cheesy.
Yeah, but I loved it.
I've seen so many films of that ilk that I kind of knew already what would happen. And,
so if you watch
Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your juice in your hood. Yeah, I've seen that.
Because he's there and his dad's like younger than him, isn't he? Yeah. I'm going to watch that today.
Yeah, because like...
Do I have my Uzi with my what's it trainers? I can't remember.
Yeah, because
it's fucking brilliant.
Lawrence Fishburne, who's known as Larry Fishburne in the credits for that, he's like in the like 1984, he's all dressing all hip and cool, and then like when it cuts to 7 years later, he's wearing like Bill Cosby sweaters and that's the only way they made him look older was his jumpers. But like, what's his name? Is Cuba Gooding Jr. is only like 5 years older than him.
Yeah.
No, 5 years younger, sorry. And like he does not look 17 in that film whatsoever.
Nah, not at all, man.
But Ice Cube is quite good in it. Was it Ice Cube? Yeah, it's Ice Cube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Ice Cube, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Ice Cube's actually a brilliant actor. I know he's done like loads of shit comedy.
Yeah,
saying that, some of it's all right. I find it quite funny.
Well, the first Friday is good.
His son's him.
Oh, in Straight Outta Compton. Yeah. He was good,
and just in general, that is him. He's like a doppelganger of his dad.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
It's fucking crazy.
What else? You watched anything else?
Oh, yes, Midsummer.
I've got that to watch. So don't spoil anything, but I'm looking forward to watching it.
Oh, my God.
Is it like scary or is it just weird? What?
I'm not saying shit.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I'm like, honestly, just watch that. That's fantastic.
Talking of mindfucks, I watched The Colour Out of Space. Did you watch that one?
I loved it.
I really
thought
liked
it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was great as well.
It was like an homage to The Thing.
Oh yeah.
Like what else? Because it was the producer of Mandy, wasn't it? And you
Elijah Wood is one of the producers.
Nuts, because I think Elijah Wood's quite a big horror fan as well, isn't he?
Well, he's got his own horror production company. So
is that because I saw a little documentary and he was going around like one of the like SFX places, like the practical SFX places.
Yeah,
I didn't realise he's got his own production company.
Yeah, so they did Mandy and The Colour Out of Space.
Fuck, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Man's got taste.
And then they've got another production company on them that I think is like it's like crowdsourcing, but not like Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I think you put in... Anyone can put money in, but it's a larger stake, and I think you get royalties back from it, or you get profits from the gross. But it's a weird film because it's about a colour that doesn't exist, that's indescribable,
and it's pink.
It's pink. But like,
I thought exactly the same.
But
thing.
as soon as you see the llamas in it and stuff. It's like spoilers. It's full on the thing, isn't it? When you see those,
yeah, totally. Jesus, yeah. But we'll make them llamas. But the spoilers scene with the mum and the son. How distressing was that shit to watch?
Oh, when they're grafted together and then she's like proper body horror. Like
that was like beyond the thing.
That was horrific.
Yeah,
but I don't get
noises.
Why Nick Cage he threw his daughter in there to be like. I assume to be eaten.
I think so. He's
but
got
then,
mad at
then
that
he's
point,
trying to save them at the end. So I don't know if he's like internally fighting with himself with the alien parasite or whatever it is that's trying to take over.
Yeah,
and his actual self.
Because it affects time, doesn't it, to them? That's what's going on.
Yeah,
I've never read the book, man, but yeah.
Well, it's H.P. Lovecraft, isn't it? So it's
I was going to say we still need to read those little novellas.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we've got enough time now.
Oh yeah. What else you watched?
What else have I watched? So I have watched a film recently.
Have you watched any good apocalyptic movies though? Because
yes, I started watching Book of Eli, which I wouldn't say is brilliant.
Is that the one with
Denzel Washington? Denzel Washington, yeah.
So
it's all right.
So this might be a good shout to like talk about some of our favourite apocalyptic movies then.
Well, you know me, it's The Road.
The Road is fantastic, man. I mean, I haven't watched it since it first came out because when there's a film that gets you straight away, and I'm scared to rewatch it. One, because of how harrowing it was, how just bleak it was.
But it's beautiful.
Also because of how good I thought it was. I don't want to watch it again and be disappointed. I'm sure I won't be. It's like
because the first time you watch it, you don't watch it as a film, do you? It seems like a fucking documentary or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd read the book prior to that.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah, so I was because
They spend a bit more time in the bunker in the book, don't they?
Well, because I loved No Country for Old Men, so I bought that book, and then I bought a few of his other books, and obviously The Road was one of them, so I read that, and then I was like, oh, crap, there's a movie. So I was like...
What are the other films that have been made out of his books? So we've got No Country for Old Men, The Road. There's got to be a few more.
Let's have a look. I think there's one that Ridley Scott did.
Okay.
So The Counselor, that's what I'm thinking of. All the Pretty Horses, Child of God, and The Sunset Limited.
Oh, Child of God. I've heard of that one.
Who's in that? James Franco directed that.
James bloody Franco.
So let's have a look. What other I mean, Mad Max. I'm looking forward to seeing people with Mohicans and wearing tyres on their shoulders and
just have to go to Mother's when it's open. That's the studio I work at, by the way. What was I going to say?
I think when it comes to Mad Max, the second and the fourth ones are the only ones you really need to watch.
Second and the fourth, I think the first is amazing as well.
It's good. It's very low budget, isn't it? And it's
that was the first one I watched, and I love how you can just see the cars are sped up so badly.
Oh, yeah. Is it the first one where they tie a guy's hand to the back of a car and then they drag him along and then all of a sudden there's just a decapitate? I was so young when I first saw that. That image is burnt into my head of seeing that hand being dragged on the floor.
That's happened to me with The Fly when the arm breaks when he goes arm wrestling.
I tell you, The Fly 2 was... I think I may have seen The Fly 2 before I saw The Fly 1 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it's when... there's two moments in The Fly 2, and it's when the elevator crushes that guy's head. He's like underneath.
I've seen it, but I can't remember it as well. I know they're in like a scientific facility, aren't they?
And then they do tests on a dog, don't they? So there's this like mutated dog thing, and then that like haunted me. That did.
I remember that actually. Yeah, then, I might have blocked it.
What else we got?
So Mad Max, and when you say 4, are you talking the new one?
Which one? Oh, yeah. Fury Road.
Yeah, so you're not a Thunderdome man.
It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay? It's got bloody Tina Turner and it's incredible.
Do you remember the... was it the Castlemaine X adverts that used to spoof it?
Yes. Yeah. What did they do in it? I do remember it, though. I just
remember they had some like little puppets and weird things and stuff like that in it, but the main guy looked a lot like Max in it, and they were kind of like in a Thunderdome kind of...
I love Thunderdome. One of my favourite bits in that is when he falls into the pig pen.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's been a while since I've watched the third one, to be honest. But I tell you what, another good one. I think 12 Monkeys is quite a good one.
Do you know what? That's a fantastic film.
Because isn't that about a virus as well that flipping take that pretty much...
And what's his name? Who directed that?
Terry Gilliam.
Terry Gilliam, who also did Brazil.
Yeah, he was in the Monty Python, wasn't he?
Yeah. Brazil's really worth a watch. And hasn't he had a film come out recently?
Yeah, it's Don Quixote, which he tried to make 20 years ago with Johnny Depp. And then floods and that ruined the whole set, and then the insurance wouldn't pay out, so the film got cancelled. And then he's for 20. Then there was a documentary made on that, the making, called Lost in La Mancha, which is a really good documentary. Okay. If you haven't seen that, I suggest you check that out.
What's it called again? Sorry.
Lost in La Mancha.
Lost in La Mancha.
Yeah. And then, so then he spent the next, 15, 16 years trying to get it made, and then he finally got it made. And nice. I haven't seen it yet, but.
Well, I'm going to torrent that tonight because
I like his films. He did a one called Tideland that no one seems to like, but I really liked it. And it had Jeff Bridges as like this ex-rocker dad to this young girl. And I don't want to spoil it, but I really liked it. It was a weird film, but check it out.
Okay.
I mean, all of his films have this weird kind of...
I was going to say the cinematography, is it the same guy he uses every time? Because
possibly, because he uses all those kind of weird lenses and stuff like that kind of make things...
It's amazing. I think it looks...
Feel a bit, I don't know, off-center.
Otherworldly or off-center.
Yeah. Bit jarring. So what other films are there? I guess you've got the Terminator films, maybe?
Yeah. I mean... The later ones made me wish there was an apocalypse.
Obliterate those movies.
Have you seen the new one?
I have not.
Don't bother.
No, I'm not going to. I guess you've got the Dawn of the Dead movies as well. They're all...
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where you stand. Are we talking about zombie apocalyptic movies or I
mean, you've got what are the other ones? The Crazies? Was that
Crazies?
one?
Yeah, I like that one. That was good.
All the Romero ones. I'm thinking of trying Boy and His Dog.
Oh yeah.
I love that film. That's an amazing film.
Threads, which I'm sure we mentioned in the horror one as well.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I will not watch that at the moment because that is how I imagine shit going on. I'll be walking down Kingsheath High Street and there'll be teenage mums chewing on their... Don't worry. Yeah.
What else we got? Waterworld.
Fantastic film, and I'm not even joking.
I just remember I went on a date, one of my very first dates to go and see that. I was probably been about 12.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because there was just a lot of water, but I just remember, or if I was bored, I just kept going to the toilet a lot. And I don't know if it's because I was bored or the war. But,
have you been on the ride? Well, not the ride, the show.
Oh, I think when I went to was it Universal Studios?
I think it was.
I think when I went, it changed to Twister.
Oh, okay, because it was amazing.
But I can't. I'm guessing it was obviously a water one. Well, is it like people?
Yeah,
like on
they
jet
had
skis
people on
and stuff?
jetpacks and everything. Jetpacks, jet skis.
It may have been.
Diving off like really tall shit.
Well, I know when I saw Twister, that had replaced something, so it could have been that, or I could have seen it. It was about 20 years ago that I went. So
okay. I'm trying to think of the other. There was one I was thinking of.
I mean, you've got Escape from New York.
Fantastic film, Escape from LA. Not so good film.
Not so good. The effects in that man are hilarious when he's like surfing.
There is a certain charm to that film, man.
Which one? The second one or
The second one, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The guy surfs like a fucking like the effects in it are just abysmal, but I can look back and like I still have fond memories of it.
I always is it the ending where he just basically he destroys any kind of form of electricity on the planet, so the Earth's kind of set back to zero or something like that. So there's no communication and stuff like that.
Does he do the walk off with the hologram?
That's it, because don't they try and arrest him or something? And they just like kind of they go
remember,
through him or something. And he's
the
like,
first one or the second one? It's the hologram, or
I
is
think
it
it's
both?
the second one.
It's the second one, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say The Postman. If we're going down the world route.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that film.
It's been that long that I've seen The Postman.
Yeah.
That I really can't remember.
Well, he doesn't want to come out with all this going on, does he? Sorry.
You have to wait for him to knock on the door.
Yeah.
Run away.
Yeah.
And then get your package.
Hopefully
when
you've
you've
got
left.
your pack of turtles outside on the doorstep. These are necessities, aren't they? Yeah, they are.
100%. What else is there? I'm trying to think what else there is. There are loads, but my mind's gone dead. I guess you've got like I Am Legend and Omega Man.
I hate I Am Legend. Don't like it.
It's a bit naff. I know why you don't like it.
Go on.
Mike Patton does all the screams and that for the.
Oh yeah, well that dickhead's involved. I definitely don't like it. Yeah, I don't like I Am Legend.
I'll tell you a good one. Children of Men. That was a good one.
Children of Men's amazing.
Yeah.
Is that the one where I can't remember the name of it. It's a British one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no boy. Is it no child has been born?
No child's been born, and that one woman is pregnant, isn't she? And she has to look after her.
Again, I haven't. That was another one of those films that I loved that much that I haven't seen again. But I remember because it's set in the future. You've got Michael Caine, and he's listening to like, is it The Prodigy or something like that? And he's like, that's what he listens to chill out to. He's like The Prodigy or the Chemical Brothers.
Zombieland's good.
Yeah, that is good. I do like that one. I still haven't seen the second one. I've got it to watch, but I haven't watched it yet.
Worth a watch, man. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Is it all the same cast back again?
All the same cast. I won't spoil it for you, but the guy from... do you watch...
Silicon Valley?
Silicon Valley, yeah.
I've seen the trailer because he like plays like the doppelganger version or something.
It's quite funny when they do it, yeah.
But that kind of reminded me of Shaun the Dead, so I don't know if they've watched Shaun the Dead and stole that gag.
Do you know what? It makes sense, wouldn't it?
Because like there's that scene where like Matt Lucas is the Nick Frost character and the guy from The Office...
And you've inadvertently gone onto one of the best...
Oh, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic films ever.
I love that film because it's funny, but also at the same time, it really works. It's a great zombie film as well.
Yeah. I mean, my friend who I did a music video, Kieran, you know the one I did for the Shite Hawks?
Oh, with the werewolf.
Kieran was in it in Shaun of the Dead.
Is he the one with you see his ass and he's got like some bench jeans on with the red sunset? I'm sure it's either him or Aid. I'm sure both.
Do you know what? It's going to be one of them. Yeah.
Because apparently they paid everyone £1
Amazing
to be a zombie in that. I would have done it for free.
I'd have totally done it. Yeah.
I just didn't know they were doing it, but I would have done it.
You did a zombie movie, didn't you?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I want to see it.
One day I'll show you, but it's the first film I ever made, and I filmed it in Eddie's Number 8. We hired
I just want to see Eddie's Number 8.
Over the course of 3 weeks, we hired Eddie's out. Like we had it for 2 days every week.
Yeah,
and we just threw blood everywhere, and we bought meat to put on people's faces to be like, but we'd forget we had the meat and we left it in the fridge, which wasn't actually turned on. So like one week, Colin, the owner of Eddie's, bollocked us because there was just maggots and flies in the because of all the shit we left everywhere.
So who was it? Because Duncan was in that.
So basically, we made a film called Past Tense, and it was like our kind of Clerks kind of film. It was like set over a day, and there was no real plot to it really. It was just about two friends just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then me and my friend Liam, who made Past Tense, we thought, we want to make a zombie film, and we weren't that like inventive to create new characters. So I said, let's take the characters from that film, and the sequel will be a zombie film.
Okay.
So that's what we did, and we just made a zombie film that was a sequel to our little like. Because I've always liked the idea of sequels to films being a totally different kind of movie, which you don't really get. I mean, you kind of get that with like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Excellent Adventure. They're very different films.
I mean, it's probably not the same, but I was just thinking about the Cornetto.
Exactly that kind of thing.
It doesn't follow on, but it's the different. It's like you got Hot Fuzz, the
Hot
cop
Fuzz.
movie, and Hot Fuzz.
Waka waka.
But yeah, that's a sort of similar. I like that idea. That's good.
But yeah, but we never finished. We finished filming it. We just never finished. We just never put it out or whatever. And it was like one of my very first films, and I learned a lot making it though. But
I can imagine. Yeah,
it was weird though because we started to go a bit meta on it. So like there was a bit where they all jump behind once the zombies like invade the nightclub. Yeah, our heroes are for some reason they're in the toilets, and when they come out of the toilets, there's just zombies everywhere. Oh, that's it. One of them goes to smoke weed in the toilet.
Yeah,
and then it was that kind of comedy. And then they come out and there's zombies everywhere, and so when they try and escape out, they jump behind the bar and they find all these weapons. So they find chainsaws and samurai swords,
as you do.
But then it cuts back to me and Liam writing the film, and like going, "Oh, how do they get weapons?" And we're like, "I don't know. They just find them behind the bar," and then it cuts back to them with these weapons. And then it's got my dad plays Hitler in it.
What?
So it's about the Fourth Reich. It's the right. It's really bad.
The right Reich.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that was my first. The trailer's on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
to find it.
But Duncan was in it. Like I can't remember. I think a band plays on stage. I think it's Mistress.
Oh, okay.
And he gets bitten on stage. And then
Duncan does.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, he gets bitten outside of the show by like this zombie Kev, like a Kev or whatever, like a chav.
Yeah.
And then when he's on the stage playing, he feels really rough. And then backstage, he fully turns into a zombie and just infects everyone.
So who is the hero?
The hero is Paul Nadin.
Right.
And he plays Ash, named after
Ash from the Evil Dead.
Yeah, but he was named Ash in the original film, which was not a horror film.
Oh, okay.
And he was called Ash because he was conceived during a screening of The Evil Dead. It's not good. It's not good. But that's how.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? So what else have we got on our list?
Our list. Let's have a look. So what are you going to do next? So now we've got all this time. What are you doing to fill your days with? I mean, we don't know how long we've got. We were told the other day. Like, so as of, was it Monday that we got like the lockdown, soft lockdown? So we've got like 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks, potentially could be longer. So what are you going to do to kind of keep yourself out of trouble?
Well, you could slalom through those blisters.
Oh yeah, I told you Pornhub has now got a free subscription service.
No, I think the plan is I'm going to try and do something creative every day. So I've been writing loads of music. That's been going well.
By the way, the music you sent me from your new project is incredibolux. It's wicked.
Thank you, man. Yeah, really chuffed with it. Me and Chris are really happy with it as well. Might have a certain person playing guitar for us as well.
I think you told me, haven't you?
Yeah.
But so you're not announcing it.
I'm just going to say her. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting her on board.
Did I say him or them? I don't know. I didn't mean to say.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. There's the clue.
There's the clue.
What else? So yeah, the music's going really well. So I'm getting that all sparkly and nice. I'm going to start doing some stuff for your film as well.
Oh yeah.
So I want to start doing some synth stuff just for a change. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've got a music video I'm doing, which is just a very, very simple sort of retro-looking lyric video. And then I've got another lyric video I'm meant to be doing. So I'm looking forward to doing that as well, which I was telling you about that I want to do with like cut out letters.
Oh, is this the punk one?
Yeah, and maybe film it from the top and just have the letters being put down by hand, have them being cut out. I don't know. Maybe something like that, or do it internally in the computer. We'll see.
Okay.
But it's all about like, what's the word for it? Consumption and people buying shit they don't need.
Okay.
It's quite apt at this time. What else? I want to make a little film around the house. I've had this idea.
Yeah.
Where I'm just, because I've got the green screen here, I've got the cameras, I can't leave, so I'm just going to put my play. You know, like in Wayne's World, I'm in Delaware.
We were in Delaware. Yeah.
So I'm going to get the dog and me, and we're going to go different places via green screen.
Do you know what? I was going back to the Tiger King. I love that they've all got green screens behind them. And they're just...
and it's green.
Yeah. But like... Anytime they were talking, they don't talk about the animals. They're just bitching and moaning about each other. But anyway.
Oh man! But the way I see, obviously, I hate him. Like I hate people abusing animals.
Oh yeah.
But there's something endearing about him.
Yeah, he's got no filter or he's just. It's always nice to see people who are. I don't mean to say nice, but people who just they are who they are.
I don't give a shit.
And they're just like,
he doesn't give a shit.
It's like Isaac's like that.
yeah, totally. But he was saying, like, I did feel sorry for him when he said, like, I just drove off a cliff. Like, my dad told me to shake his hand and say I'll never come to his funeral. And then he went and drove off a cliff. I was like, shit. But
who was that? Who said that?
Did you not see that part where it's Joe Exotic? And he's talking about his upbringing, and he said when his father found out that he was gay, he made him shake his hand and promised never to come to his funeral, and that was it. Done.
Really? But that sounds weird because he seemed to have a good relationship with his mom and his dad because they kept lending him money and stuff.
Well, his mom or his nan?
Was it his nan? I don't know, but I thought it was his mom. But. I don't know if you can believe everything that guy says.
Well, I was going to say, because there's so many conflicting things being said in that, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah. I mean, I'm just cracking on with my film. I finished my last paid job today.
Oh, right,
So I'm hoping that the government sorts out something for people like us who work for ourselves.
I'm fucked.
Same. So...
But if someone were to kick me out of my house at this particular time, there would be, it wouldn't be very good of them, would it?
Yeah.
But we're okay for rent and everything at the moment.
That's good. It's good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm cracking on with my film. I had some reshoots planned for
25th,
April.
was it?
Yeah, but they're not going to happen now, are they?
No.
Because like even if this thing kind of smooths out a bit, I think there's still going to be restrictions, or I don't know, or people... like actors and stuff.
It'll flare back up. That's the thing. Unless they've got like a what's it called? When you get a jab.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm about.
But yeah, so I'd probably wait till probably about July or something, and we'll get those reshoots done.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Don't
want
to put people in jeopardy or make them feel like that they're uncomfortable doing working stuff. I mean, we only have a small crew anyway. It's not like there's like 20 of us. There's like 4 of us. If that.
But still, man.
I'm also trying to make my first articulated figure. That has been my challenge.
How's that going? And what is
the
it?
legs? Well, I've made the body, but I've ordered all the parts and that to like doweling and stuff to kind of make like the perfect hinge joints and stuff. And I've made it so the body's like separate, so you glue it together and you put the arms in it. So like an old, like an old Kenner toy.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Here you go. I picked these up the other day from Asda.
We'll watch the Ghostbuster at the top, mate.
Oh, mate, they're always falling over. So yeah, I picked these up from Asda the other day.
What?
So they're the old like Kenner kind of style. So yeah, I've just made
From
figures.
Asda?
Yeah, I didn't make these obviously.
Yeah.
But they're £10 each, man.
I've got the originals, but I'd like those because they look new.
Yeah,
obviously.
they're nice.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so the figures I'm doing are just going to have 5 points of articulation, but they're bigger than this. They're about, I don't know, about 7 inches.
So when you say 5 points, the legs, the arms, and the head.
Yeah, that's it. But I wanted to make them smaller, but just trying to like sculpt anything smaller is really hard. So I made it about 7 inches, and we'll see how it goes.
7 inches is more than enough. Oh dear. Yeah. So what was I going to say? Yeah, I need to. Have you ever made any? Oh, here we go. Latex stop motion.
Latex figures? No, I haven't actually.
That's what I'd like to do. So I was looking at. I've forgotten the name of the brothers, but they do these really weird sort of.
Quay brothers.
What? Sorry.
The Quay brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a similar style to that, but I wanted to use like latex and make, because I've had an idea for a music video and I'd just like to use that. So I was going to, it's just a case of making an armature and then maybe wrapping
Have you
it.
got any armatures?
I've got not a very good one, but yeah, I have.
Well, it depends on which way you want to do it. Like the professional way is that you make a mold out, you make a figure out of like Sculpey or something like that.
Right, okay.
And then you make a mold of it.
Yeah.
And then you put the armature inside the mold and then pour in the latex and then it comes out. And do you remember those figures like Bendham's?
Yes.
Like they're all shit figures that you didn't want as a kid, but all wrestling figures were like them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like they'd snap at the waist, so they just dangle. But that's kind of what they are really, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or there's the way you said where you kind of, which is what I did, was where I made one of my early ones. I made like a sculpt. I just kept dipping. So I'd make hands out of wires. Yeah. And I'd dip it into latex, let it dry, dip it again.
That's what I was thinking of doing pretty much.
Until it just built up like this
hand-ish. Yeah. But I don't want them to look perfect. I want them to look messed up.
Yeah, you want them to look a bit gnarled. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that documentary on the guy, the Something God, the guy who did all the SFX for Star Wars, and he's gone on to do like a stop motion film of his own.
Oh, Phil Tippett.
Man, I love
Mad Dog. You mean the film he made?
Is it Mad Dog? It's something.
It's Mad
about
Dog.
God.
Yeah, I'm sure it's. Is it Mad God or Mad Dog?
God.
Is it Mad God?
Let me have a look. Stop motion. Yeah.
But there's like a YouTube channel where people, I think they work at his studio and he's frequently in them and they're just talking about how his projects and stuff like that. Because he came back for the new Star Wars films to do the chess scenes. So, you know, like how Rise of Skywalker's got the chess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I tried to
there
rewatch
you go.
that.
There's one we've rewatched together.
I tried to rewatch that the other day and just fell asleep.
I fell asleep at the point where he says they can fly now. And
that's where I fell asleep. It's when they go
like,
when they meet the big giant snake thing. That's where I kept falling asleep, and I kept waking up during that scene. And I don't know if it's like I just kept waking up like very quickly. But I was like, "Fucking hell, this scene's long." But what a waste of a film. But anyway, let's not.
Yeah.
I watched episode 4 of The Mandalorian. That was pretty cool. It's the one where they take down the ATST.
I thought that was an awesome one.
Yeah,
because
don't you think it feels like a like an 80s kind of Sunday afternoon TV show? It's
fantastic. I love it. Like I tried to watch it on a Sunday. Like me and Nat watched it. I'm watching it again with Nat now. I might watch an episode tonight. I think we've got 3 episodes in, and she's really enjoying it. It does feel like that Sunday afternoon round your nans falling asleep sort of job.
Because they've started to cast more people, haven't they, in it? So Michael Bean's in it now in the next series.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping. I don't think this will happen, but there's a video game and a book years ago called Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping he plays a character called Dash Rendar. That would be so awesome if he plays Dash Rendar. Dash Rendar is kind of like... So Shadows of the Empire is set between Empire and Jedi.
Right,
So
okay, yeah.
because there's no Han Solo, because he's in Carbonite, he kind of becomes... He's friends with Han Solo or something like that. And he's got a ship called the Outrider, which is kind of like a Falconish kind of thing.
Right,
So,
okay.
But Shadows of the Empire is a good book. I enjoyed it a lot.
I want to see them. What are those the monsters called that the Mandalorians used to ride on the back of, the big ones?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I want to see one of them turn up.
Well, because that's the skeleton, isn't it, in A New Hope, I believe. So the bod. So
Yes.
you know, there's a big dinosaur-looking skeleton. I think that's one of those, isn't it? Or,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
so yeah,
But
I
again,
reckon you'll
like-
get it. We'll get it, man. I mean, you've already got the gun with the prongs on it.
Yeah.
You know,
It'll
I
be
reckon.
total fan service. Like.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boba Fett or we see the original, you know, the armor that was in the like the Christmas special or whatever it's called, the holiday special.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see something like that. And also they're putting in a Jedi into it, aren't they? So in the Clone Wars cartoon, there's like a female Jedi.
Right.
And she's being played by Rosaria Dawson in the new series.
I hope she doesn't overshadow him, though. I don't want it to be about Jedi.
Yeah, no. Well, thing is though, Jedi lightsabers are what sells. Like for me,
Yeah,
like,
but that's why I love The Mandalorian, because it was in that universe and it was just a completely... It's not completely different, but...
well, someone spoilt something for me in the last episode, so I know there's like a... It's like a black saber, isn't there, or sort of dark saber? So there are...
Yeah.
Why didn't you like that then? I haven't
No.
seen it.
I just don't want to spoil it for you.
Fair enough.
I thought that bit was awesome, to be honest with you. But yeah.
Because I think I don't know if it's still in lore or in the extended universe or if they got rid of it, but there was a Mandalorian in the Jedi
Oh, in the Jedi Order?
Order, yeah. But I don't know if that's been retconned now.
Oh,
Or
what did you
whatever.
think of the game, by the way? I've
I've-
not played it since I spoke to you.
I really enjoyed it, man. Jedi Knight, yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I've gone back to playing... are we doing what we've played now?
What's it called? Jedi Fallen Order?
Jedi Fallen Order, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it, yeah. I think it's a good, fun game.
You were saying the ending's quite good.
Yeah, it kind of sets up another game. I mean, we know he's going to die at some point because there's got to be a point where Luke's the only Jedi
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I've been playing post-apocalyptic games. I was going to say Rage
Oh,
2.
okay. I've seen
Really?
that.
Man, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, I've got the bug because I was like, I can't afford Doom. I can't afford Doom. What have I got that I've bought? And I was like, Rage 2. And I was like, I'll give this a go. I played it for 2 hours, and then I found I'd played it for 8. And I was like, what has gone on here? But my eyes just like went so small that my pupils were dilated because it's so fast. Brilliant.
Because
really,
the first
really
one
good.
came out quite a while ago, didn't it? Because I'm sure I used
it
to
was
work.
Xbox 360, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
because I worked at Game, and I haven't worked at Game since 2012. So
Beautiful looking game. Everything that I should love about it. It's like, it's post-apocalyptic. It looks really, but I don't know. There was something, I don't know. There wasn't enough to it. There wasn't enough meat. It looked
Right.
really nice though.
So I went back to Spider-Man because I've been playing the DLC for that. I do enjoy that game. Yeah, just web slinging around is good fun.
Yeah, any open world game at the moment is probably a good idea.
Yeah, speaking of Mad Max earlier, I've got the Mad Max game, but I've never actually installed it. I bought it, but I've never played it.
It's all right.
I just know it used the Arkham engine, so it's
Do you know
kinda,
what? You probably really enjoy it. I mean, it got slated.
Did it?
But it's a decent game. It's just I never completed it. I just couldn't. It was fetch quests and not much of a story to it, in my opinion.
Fair. I guess you play Max then.
Played.
Do you play as Max?
Yeah. You play it as a version of Max.
Yeah, because I guess is the Tom Hardy version of Mad Max meant to be
Well,
the Mel Gibson Max or what? I don't know. He's got
I
the
think
same car and jacket, hasn't he? So.
Well, the film, it was meant to be Mel Gibson playing him.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, originally.
I know there's a theory that he's supposed to be the kid that he meets in is it the third one?
Right. Okay.
And there's a theory that he's that kid grown up.
Well, no, I don't know how true it is, but I've read that it was meant to be him.
It's meant to be Max.
Yeah. Well,
I want to watch that film
to,
again.
Do you know what?
It's so good.
The only thing I don't like about it is how they go. I've said this before. How they just go one way, and I just went to Nat. I called it. Went,
they spin back around and go the other way.
They're going back that way now, aren't they? And they go back that way. I was just like, fuck's sake.
But it just looked awesome, though.
Yeah, it's fantastic looking. I mean, like those guys are the guitars.
Oh, the Slipknot guy.
I'd love one of those on top of my car. Yeah, if it does get bad, I'm getting one of those on top of the car.
But I remember before that came out, everyone was like, this is a bad idea. This is going to be terrible. It looks terrible. And then it came out and everyone was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't judge a book by its cover. You know, you can't judge a film until it's out.
Is it Charlize Theron as well?
Yeah, Furiosa.
She should have just had a film on her own. You didn't even need Max in it. For me, personally, I think she's just a badass.
Yeah, she was cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could have just had... That could have been a whole other franchise in itself.
I think it could have, because Max was not needed in that story.
No,
I don't think. Anyway, I mean, it was. Yeah, I don't know. But what was I going to say? What else have we got to talk about, Oliver?
You've been reading anything?
Reading. I'm going to start reading. Well, I've done a couple of chapters of Roadside Picnic, which is that. The book that Stalker, Tarkovsky, was based on. So I'm going to read that. Also, Nat's just finishing it at the moment. Her favourite chef, Anthony Bourdain. We found a book we didn't know he'd written because we both love his books. Okay. And I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to read that as well. Yeah.
Cool.
What about yourself?
I'm halfway through this.
Oh shit! Yeah, I need to read that, man. Do you know what? I couldn't put it down, and then I'd put it down, and I haven't picked it back up.
Yeah, I mean, I just blitzed through half of it in the waiting room when I was waiting to have my operation, but I need to get back to it. But yeah, pretty much everybody, bar Steve, Martin, and John Candy, come across as just dickheads. Like they just come across as arseholes. Dan Aykroyd's all right. Apparently, he's done a new podcast with Mark Moran. So
he's done one with Mark Moran now.
Yeah, what was the one he did recently? Who was that with?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is just
so funny,
batshit crazy.
Yeah, he's just going, and then the ghost got behind me, and he's basically said he fucked a ghost.
I know.
That's what he said.
Maybe that scene in Ghostbusters is autobiographical.
Well, that's exactly what Joe Rogan said. He's like, so that's you writing that in there because that, and he's like, pretty much, yeah. I'm looking for. Do you reckon there'll be delays to some of the films that we're looking forward to,
mate? But if you think about it, if everybody in America's in self isolation, or have they done lockdowns now in America? I think.
Yeah, I know.
State by
San
state,
Diego
isn't it?
is.
Yeah, so
San
state by
Diego's
state.
Completely locked down.
But if you think about it, like. Are effects artists working from home? Can the composer do the music? He needs an orchestra. How are you marketing the film? You can't put billboards up. I mean, I know the TV and the internet, but like, how much of it is?
I mean, they've cancelled EastEnders.
Have they?
Yeah. Shit.
Who gives a shit? But yeah, I mean, the Batman that was filming, was filming for like a month and a half is. They've stopped filming that now. I mean, they'll pick it back up again, won't they?
Did you like the look of the bat suit?
I'm keeping an open mind. I mean, the torso top part I think looks cool. I haven't really seen a good look of the cowl or anything else.
Because a lot of people are saying it looks a bit like Daredevil.
Yeah, but Daredevil looked like Batman anyway. Do you know what I mean? He was Marvel's Batman, Batman. But yeah, I'm keeping an open mind. I quite like the look of the car.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, a few fins on it would have been nice, but like
maybe some neon blue.
But like I said earlier, you can't judge a book by its cover. We don't know the context of. This could be an early suit or a prototype suit. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? And it's all about how it's lit and how it's shot.
I want to see that film noir detective Batman. That's what I want to see.
Everybody loves the Ben Affleck suit because it was comic accurate. I didn't like it personally. I thought it looked
No,
stupid.
I thought it looked too bulky.
Yeah, he was like everyone's like, he's a beast. I'm like, he looks stupid. He wouldn't be able to move around properly. Like,
He looks like a fucking beetle.
I really like the look of Bale as Batman. I thought he looked great, and
Yeah.
you know, just
Even
because,
in the first film.
yeah, I thought he looked fine. I mean, it's all about lighting, you know. So as long as it's shadow, like they kind of made a mistake in The Dark Knight Rises where they've got him fighting in broad daylight at the end. Why that had to be in the daytime, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the scene before it is in nighttime and they're getting ready for the fight. Why didn't the fight happen
just after, yeah.
It's like, and then it goes
early
bright
morning with a crack of sunlight.
Yeah. Why not? But I don't know. I'm not Christopher Nolan. He had his reasons.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
I've been there actually where they had that fight scene.
Where is it?
It's in New York. Yeah. It's the financial district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saying that, I'm going to reiterate, watch Succession.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Like you and Caroline love it.
Is it?
Like,
did you torrent it or?
Oh no, I've bought the DVD. No, I've torrented it. 1, 2, 3 movies. If anyone's listening.
Okay.
Sweet. So we're going to do this more regularly, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to give it a crack now. I think this might be an easier way to do it. Because
This is really easy. Now
like,
we've got it set up.
Like I've edited a few more, like I edited a music one, but for some reason it's not exporting. It'll finish exporting and then I go to play the file and it says it's like 2 kilobytes and it won't even play. So
Is that happening with everything you're doing or just
no, because
one?
the music video exported fine that I just did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I mean,
Can you open it on another machine?
I could do. I just can't be bothered. So ironically, this might be our best sounding one that we've done.
Yes, we've both got. Wait there.
Microphones. You might have to boost mine a bit in post, but it should be all right because I didn't want it to go too loud, so it's popping.
Yeah, mine's. Let me have a look at my audio. It's actually okay, I think. It sounds fine. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, well,
else?
I may have to go. I've got a call from my mother coming.
All right. Well, so yeah. Well, I'll speak to you next week then, I guess.
Sorry, man. I've got to answer this. I can give you a bell back afterwards.
No, it's all right. We'll just wrap it up. So yeah, we'll see you later.
Tell you what,
everyone.
1 second. I can phone her back. Well, there. Let's cut that out. Let's do it properly.
All right, you cut it out.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. So we're gonna. What did we say?
So yeah, we're gonna do this a bit more often. Because just the old way of doing it is fun putting all the video clips in and the pictures and stuff like that, but it's just a bit of a nightmare just to take so long.
And this might be quicker, easier, and you'll have more content. And we will just export the audio and stick it onto like a podcast app.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's not just video.
We'll still do those episodes, but I think we'll be a bit more selective with them. So there'll be like a focused one. So like how we did Mike Judge or Ghostbusters, we'll do like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We'll do like a special.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what have you got nice for your dinner? Have you had your dinner yet?
I think I'm having a beef ramen tonight. I think.
Beef ramen. Nice.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what I'm having.
We cooked a big slab of beef the other day, and we've been having it as a bit of a sandwich.
Oh, nice.
I
was going to say I didn't hit on this. Have you stockpiled?
Not really. We've got enough. I mean, we're not arseholes. Like, I don't mind going out.
I really want to just start panning this round now, and there's just loads of stuff behind me.
Have you?
But no, I haven't. No. In fact, I need to go to the shops. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind going to the shops if I have to.
Have you got gloves? And a
yeah,
mask?
I have actually. Well, I'll tell you what I have got. Wait there.
No way.
That is from Aim for the Dead, the zombie film that I made. So that's one of the gas masks.
I really wish I could just lift up a GIMP mask and put it on.
Psycho Mantis. I know what you've been playing.
I wish I had a mask.
Here you go. I've got this. This is a spoiler. No one's actually seen this online. Whoa.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, have you got any weapons or anything as well?
I have a baseball bat down there.
Yeah.
Again, from Aim for the Dead. I don't throw things away.
What was I going to say? So when do you fancy doing the next one of these?
Well, we can do it whenever. I mean, we can either do it weekly or a bit more frequently.
I'm thinking because we're locked in for the next couple of weeks, maybe leave it tomorrow. Let's come up with some ideas, message each other.
Okay, we'll do one on Saturday.
And do it on Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Because that could be a party then. We'll get some beers.
Yeah, man. Party cast.
Party cast, man.
Vibe cast. We'll vibe.
Right, and well, send my love to Caroline, dude.
Yeah, same to Nat.
All right, mate.
And well, everybody else out there, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Don't forget to. We'll try and be more active on the Facebook page and
definitely
Instagram. We're going to change the YouTube channel back to Big Kids Club because I think. What did I change it to?
Old enough to know
yeah,
better.
It sounds a bit.
Both of them do.
Big Kids Club's not that. No, maybe. Oh shit.
I think we just come up with a new name.
I like
Just
Big Kids Club.
look like just chatting shit.
Okay, chatting shit.
Chat shit. I don't know. We need to. Okay, let's do a sign off.
Yeah.
I've been Tom.
I've been Ollie.
This has been Big Kids Club.
Yeah, and we'll speak to you later.